Hi Pep, just a quick check on the squad. Is Bernardo back for the game on Sunday?
Don't know yet. Tomorrow training.
Sure. And you had Ruben Dias on the bench midweek. Do you think he'll be possibly ready to start?
He's back. We'll see. He's play minutes, but good news for us.
No other new injuries or?
John made yesterday the first training session with the team. Yeah, this step by step coming back.
Obviously Anfield this weekend. Has Anfield perhaps been the hardest place for City to go in your time here?
Yeah. It was the toughest opening and a difficult place and stadium, and especially quality of the players, the managers. Yeah, been tough.
Hi Pep. Have you been surprised at all that Liverpool have not quite have not hit the standards they hit last season?
Remain an exceptional team. Top class manager, exceptional team, no doubts. The moments are the moments, the seasons are the seasons. So I think reveal the squad, and it's not reveal the squad for one season, for many years. So always remains a good team.
And just away from the game, it's now 3 years since the charges were brought against the club. How frustrated are you that there's still no outcome in this matter?
Not in my hands. Waiting the resolution.
Hi, Pep. I remember once you said that, especially in Anfield, you know the players that are hiding from the ball or showing up for a big game. Do you think that, considering that you have so many players that haven't experienced that, is trying to put on the team the biggest number of experienced players that you have available?
No, I have an idea. Still, I didn't the lineup. I'm trying to see how they played lately. What do you have to do? Adjust something, but not this Anfield. In all big stages and big games, always need big personalities. Always I said many times, it's not about the skills. All the players in the first division, the Premier Leagues, and the big leagues in the top clubs, the skills are there. I never know one player that is not good enough to play in the big clubs. It's how you behave. I'm not saying play good or bad. How you are. I am who you are as a player. I do it here in a big stadiums at home, in the last stages in every competition, European competitions, that define the good players, that as much you have, define the good teams.
Is it more on the mind?
No, on the mind. Of course, the mind controls the bodies, and your thoughts control everything, but not just about that.
Sure.
Hi, Pep. On Tuesday, you spoke so openly and passionately about the images from war zones around the world and how much hurt that causes you. You've had widespread praise for that. Widespread praise. You've been praised for your words, but there's also been criticism where there's been calls for you to focus on football and be careful with your language.
Which language I use?
What you spoke about on Tuesday about the conflicts and the images, the hurt that causes.
To be honest, I didn't say nothing special. I don't feel that. I think why cannot express what I feel just because I'm a manager. So I'm not agree, but I respect absolutely all opinions. So what I said basically is how many conflicts there are right now all around the globe, around the world. How many? Asking, how many?
Yeah, lots, plenty.
A lot, right? Condemn all of them. All of them. Innocent people is killed. I condemn all of them. I don't put that selection is more important than the other one, or this country is more than the other one. No. If you don't understand my message, it's fine. I cannot say otherwise.
So when there are calls for you to just focus on football because you're a football manager, you'll still...
Okay, you focus being in journalism as well. You cannot talk about economics because you are not a journalist, especially if you're in economics, right? It's as if working football. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Yeah, that's why. They won't remain silent. That is what the world wants, right? Be silent, don't say anything. I think it's completely the opposite. But anyway, it's where it is.
Hi, Pep. Arne Slot said this week that the biggest thing you can win is playing nice football, and ultimately that's worth more than trophies in the long term. You obviously are a manager who has won a lot of trophies. Your teams have played some objectively nice football. How do you assess the balance between the two in terms of importance for you as a manager?
If you want to be manager, it's better to win trophies. Otherwise, you don't have chance to play nice football. I think everything is related, because as much you win, you play good, you know, and everyone has. The most important, Arons know, is defend you what you believe, your style, convince your players to try to do it in the way you believe is the best for the players to have, the players you, in your soul, you believe. I think this is the most important thing.
Can I ask you about your team selection, particularly up front for the big game at Anfield? Obviously, in the week, Semenyo and Marmoush played very well as a pairing, and obviously troubled Newcastle greatly. They've looked very bright. Erling Haaland was rested in midweek. Does he automatically come back in? What do you have to consider when thinking about your team selection in terms of the forward positions?
Erling is the best striker in the world.
So he plays?
I don't know. We'll say tomorrow. Always I say Erling is the best.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hi, Pep. You've won everything here in 10 years. You've reached you've won the Carabao Cup 4 times, sorry. But the way you celebrated reaching the final on Wednesday, it was almost as if it was the first final you'd reached as a manager. Do you think you'll ever lose that will to win, that, I don't know, that joy in winning, reaching finals, even after all this time as a manager?
Maybe I'm getting old, and I had the feeling the reach finals is always more difficult. I had the feeling it's more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. And I know I take it for granted for many years, and I know how difficult it is. And you know, I will live until 22nd, I think, is the March, the final against DAZN. I said, we are going to play another final. In that period, I'm going to live with the joy that I'm going to play another final, because it's so difficult in modern sports, in any competitions, in any sports, I'm sorry to tell, in any competition, in football, but in tennis and golf and whatever, in basketball. Reach finals and reach trophies, you have to sweating a lot. So that's why I know the opponent. They have 1 against James, so Newcastle remains an unbelievable team. The pace, the transition. When the second half time, I remember I was sitting and saw Wissam Murphy and Alang. I said, no, they're so fast, you will see, and that will prove it. So I know how difficult they are. They play an incredible first time in Anfield. You know, but Anfield having a special. They have incredible chance at Newcastle in 2 actions, the transitions, the quality they have, Etikitike or Wirtz, or the other one, they come back, but they draw in Paris Saint-Germain away in the Champions League. So it's an exceptional team. So that's why I'm really pleased to, in semi-finals, reach the final, and that's why should not celebrate? I'm learning from my period, don't celebrate just if we win or be incredible depressed if I don't lose. The nice is in the process, you're in semi-finals, you play good, I reach the final. That for that moment, no, we are in this business.
Because you're approaching sort of 20 years as a manager now, reaching finals every single year. You've reached Champions League finals. I think people would maybe say a Carabao Cup final is not the same as a Champions League final. So where does that desire, I don't know, that will, where does it come from?
All respect for the Carabao Cup. Definitely, Carabao Cup is not the Champions League final. Yeah, definitely, 10 to 10, all respect. But once we play the competition, because you have to play it, yeah, do your best, you know, because previous seasons, except one maybe, but the previous season when we were out against Spurs and Newcastle in the first round of Carabao, we performed unbelievably with a lot of rotation, of care, but we played really good away both games, really, really, really good. That is what demands a team like that. The only year like you were, it was a little bit like season. Like we are not, all other 9 seasons, including this one, we were a team, like we could recognize what we want to be.
Yeah. Hi, Pep, when you look at the Premier League from our side of the fence, it looks to me as though it's getting harder now to win games. It looks like it's harder for Liverpool. Obviously, we've seen that Arsenal are finding a different way to win than previously, and it looks from the outside like it's a little bit harder for you to win as well, just with the evolution of the way other teams are being coached, etc. Do you feel that?
I think it's not just about us.
But do you find it harder to win? than before?
Yeah, maybe I was saying that to make 98 points or 90 points to win the Premier League is not hard enough. So I don't know, Ian, but I'm not agree with you.
You do agree
to be
with me, you
honest.
don't?
So to win 100 points and 98 points and 96 or 95 points to win the Liverpool for Jurgen Klopp, or go to, at that moment, for, United's for Ole, or for Jose, or Chelsea's for Tuchel, or for Conte, or for... I'm not saying it was not easy. The people believe I have to do it a lot is for, it is granted, I remember the previous season in November, why you play the Premier League? It's been done for Man City. So I don't believe that. So of course it's tough, every season is tough, the managers are better, the players, the teams invest a lot, not just, sorry to tell you, not just Manchester City, insist on spend net or net spend, I don't know the correct number, the appropriate semantically to say, that just take a look, all the teams, reinforce to be better. And of course, every season is getting more difficult, but I think not just for us, for all the teams.
In Madrid, back in December, when you beat Madrid, in the press conference afterwards, you said that your team was going to have to get to a higher level than that if they were to win things this season.
Yeah.
And I said to you, do you think they can? And you said yes. We're 2 months on from that now. Do you see that improvement?
Not yet.
Do you see it?
A top, no.
Sorry?
Top level, high level, no.
You know?
No. We have moments, real moments, but not enough consistency to be there. But still we are there. So 14 games in the Premier League is an eternity, from my experience. It's a lot. And everything can happen. In the other position, we are better than last season. Last season, we finished 23 in the Champions League. We are 8. Last season, first round Carabao Cup, we were in the final. The FA Cup was still there. And last season in the Premier League, we are miles away from Liverpool. So we'll see what happens until the end. Because as I said, in the Spurs, just 3 players for the old generation, old era, or your people, it was 3 players. And the other ones, even Gio have experience, even their players have experience. There are a lot of things that we talk about. They are new in the new Premier League, in newer stages. Indeed, I would love to make tac, 1 meeting, 2 meetings, everything click. No. Sometimes you need more time.
And finally, there is obviously going to be talk. There is talk about whether you will stay beyond the end of this season. I know you're not going to tell us what you are thinking. Do the people at this football club know what you are going to do at the end of this season? Have you told them what you're going to do?
No, because I have 1 more year contract.
So you'll see that year out then?
The question of that is it 1 month or 2 months ago that you were not here. I tell you again, so it's the same answer I answered 2 months ago.
Hi, Pep. Just on Mark Gahey, did you think any more about whether you will appeal to the playing in the final? No.
I'm making a statement because I was happy, but I know it's going to the rules are the rules, and I understand. I see the same. Understand why Antoine can play and Mark I don't play. There's a rule, but it's okay. Can be agree and disagree, that is not the point. It's like I said, you can be agree, we play good or bad, this is not the point. No play, we play another one.
And just on him, Pep, on Mark, he obviously nearly joined Liverpool in January. How impressed have you been since he joined you, both in training and in the game?
I said after 2 or 3 days or 4 days, play good or bad, I don't care. So it's a great, you smell it, a great sign for Man City for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So top. Mm-hmm. This is not the skills, it's the mentality, professionalism, how he lives many things to be a good central defender, a part of the skills that he has.
Hi, Pep. Just on Ryan Cherky, you've obviously got a lot of talented players. He's very talented technically, but he seems to have a bit of a kind of swagger about him, a bit of a personality. How important is that when you come to looking at players, and is it one of the reasons why you recruited him, that he is that kind of got that personality, got that confidence?
I completely agree. In terms of skills, personalities is everyone can see it every day by day. So it's top class. But it's enough to sustain for many years just with that. His question has to ask himself what he want to become. But everyone sees it.
And in terms of the relationship he's got with the players on the pitch and off the pitch, do you see that's developing quite well?
Him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good guy and relation with the mates is top. Yeah.